a real big dude.
I want to take Bath Song, but I should probably take this Call of the Ring. This thing wasn't even great the last time I had it. Do you believe in this one, Tim? Alright, Golem. Easy follow-up. Oh, I've played it. The last time I played it, it was not at its best. I think you want to be pretty aggressive, and then when you're aggressive, you don't always even want to play it on turn 2. Weird. This is really good. I should probably take Sam, right, over Ugralaka? Probably so. Now I think I should probably take the 4A, though. I mean, this wouldn't be the worst, but I don't want a bunch of them. I don't think this even wants to be blue-black. I love blue, but this is so good. I definitely want to play black, I feel. Yeah, I was... Honestly, if I hadn't gotten so many subscriptions tonight, I was pulling the bait and switch. I was heading over to MTGO. I got 38 QPs. I need to get to 40 so I can play 2 of those seals. But I don't get people. The one guy even asked how often I stream. Like, I don't want to bait him in. I can't just switch games. I much prefer Moto, but I get like hardly any viewers, and I prefer ad revenue to like not being able to feed myself, so I'm playing here. This is not hard to use. I don't know what to tell you. Yes, I like it. Carlone, thank you for the subscription. I can understand. I mean, I don't think it's hard to use. It might take a little bit of getting used to. I want murder, I think, over dragon. Well, that's fine. You wouldn't have found me for 4 years because of it. You missed out on 4 years of great content. It doesn't even look bad on stream unless you don't know what the cards do. The bad parts about Moto aren't the parts that get streamed. It's like the trading and the binders and all that horse shit is awful. But nobody streams them. The drafting looks better on there. Not by much. This looks pretty good, but the drafting looks slightly better. Again, if you don't know what the cards do, that's different, because you don't have, like, the overlay. Alright, let's go red-black for sure, though. I've never played this in my deck before, just because I never ever see it when I'm black. I think I should have enough amass to make it good. I'd like to play it. I think it's more viewer friendly only for people who don't know what the cards do. If you've played enough to know the cards, it's easier to follow on Magic. It might be easier to passively view it on Arena. To just like sit back, have it over on the side, see something. But if you're following the game and watching the strategy, like if you like to when I watch a stream, I follow it close. I understand. I thought most people did that, but I understand now that that's not exactly what happens. A lot of you guys are paying fucking little to no attention, and you're still willing to chat about stuff when you have no clue what's going on. But, you know, I'm not. When I sit down to watch it, I usually like pay close attention, and I like to like focus on the game and know it. Like think about what I would do in the game and stuff. If you're doing that and you know the cards, I think it's easier to watch Magic Online. If you don't want to focus too much like that, I mean, I get that. It's Friday night, you know. Fuck, I understand. But I don't think it's hard to follow if you're trying to follow it. Which one? I think I'd rather the 2-drop than this. I don't know. Unlikely to splash, I would think. Yeah, this could be played. Yes. I would rather not play this. Yeah, but I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's like real. Like, if you step away from the stream for a while, I don't think it's any harder to come back and follow MTGO. It's just if you're actively like just have it open and are kind of checking it out while you're doing a bunch of other stuff, then I can kind of see it. But like if you're sitting there following the board state, you know what I mean, turn by turn, like I think it's easier to follow. Again, this is assuming you know the cards. Like I don't need a overlay. Like I can look at them and tell what they are. If you're not in that boat, then that's completely different too. I don't know how you can like what don't you like about its look? The draft looks almost identical to this. And the battlefield is just pretty clean, clear. It's hard to tell how many cards people have in their life totals sometimes. That's like the only thing I feel like is that's at all difficult. The cards are no bigger though, unless you're hovering over them. I think it's a lot like I understand people that don't want to play it more than people that don't want to watch it, I guess. Because there is like the bad parts about it aren't even the parts I'm streaming. Like it's worse than you think, you know. All the other stuff is the bullshit. So like, if you can't look at this pack and know what the cards do, I mean, look, I couldn't tell you what this does, but I don't need to know what it does because it fucking sucks. But I know what the cards do, so I don't need an overlay. But people that have drafted on Arena like 100 times or whatever, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to follow it on Magic Online. I mean, are you considering like watching a stream as on your own? Because I mean, I would tell you watching a stream, but I don't know if that's something you're considering as a way to level up your gameplay. Not usually. I like to play leagues that are much faster. You can play it that way, but they don't start very often. It's literally just like this, only with real money and better players. And the battlefield looks better. Like the draft is almost identical looking. Oh, just arena bar once. What does that mean? I mean, I don't know what you're meaning by level up your gameplay on your own. The only way to level up your gameplay on your own would be like playing. But I would say you could watch streams, you could listen to the podcast I do, you can watch my stream, you can watch streams that are more beginner friendly than mine. You know, you can go to 17 lands, you can look at the stats, I would tell you to try to figure out why the stats might be what they are, rather than just to look at them and think it tells you anything. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. But I don't know exactly. Like when you say on your own, I don't know if you mean with no help from any resource. What you're saying. Yeah, I like him. I had no desire to cut him or anything like that. SDN looks okay. I didn't know I had 3 of these. I can probably play 2 of these fairly happily. I don't know if I want any of these guys. I'm not playing the bat. Guess I'm just gonna play a 5/4. I don't think I want another land. The 8-man drafts where you play in pod, they do fire when the sets are new on Magic Online because people are practicing for the Pro Tour. But that's about the only time they start, and most everybody here is just going to get slaughtered if they play. And they go slow because you have to wait for everybody to finish their round. People that think they like to play that way generally don't. I thought that I liked to play that way, and then I played a league, and it's just so much faster. I mean, I think everyone here essentially should probably play Arena over Magic. For the vast majority, 430 viewers, probably 400 of you should be playing Arena, without a doubt. But I just don't think that watching it is as bad as everybody seems to think it is. If you're interested in coaching, email me and I'll email you back. I don't do a lot of it. I'm not so sure. I mean, make sure if you're a beginner, I don't think I'm right to coach you. I don't know if you are or not. Yes. Miles harder. If for nothing else, just for the drafting portion. There is no such thing as a high mythic draft on Arena. There's not even a such thing as a high mythic match on Arena. Because it's only best of one where you get a hand smoothing. Well, you never have a tough draft because you're playing with 6 people that don't know how to lace their shoes. And then they don't even have to build their deck that great. They're going to get a hand smoother, and it's best of one. They get to go first half the time. It's just stupid. It's a million times more. Your edge will be much, much, much bigger if you're a good player. You don't have to be an all-star on here to get a reasonable deck because you got fucking Sally who just comes in here and drafts for her white deck or whatever. And you know, like Vampire, he's drafting the black. You know, you have people draft for different reasons. They're not even drafting to win. They want to draft like a flavorful, like go down and play. You're drafting with these bronze people. They're in your drafts, and they're drafting for unknown reasons. What in the blazes is this hand? I don't know. I mean, he might have a lot of green in this deck. Is this deck? The Willow is probably the most likely thing to beat me. Fuck, I don't know. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose to this fucking dude. Yeah, but I'm not talking about that at all. I mean, yeah, sometimes you open up these they don't know, they don't even look at the commons. By the time they read the rare and the uncommons, they don't even have time left to look at a common. That's more what I'm talking about. Not just somebody who drafts competitively but still takes the fun cards. I'm literally talking about somebody that's like, well, I have a black deck on Arena, so I'm going to do one of my 2 drafts, and I'm only going to draft black cards so that I can actually play them in my deck. That I come on and play once every other week. Like the best of one drafts, all you have to do is click them. DEEJ1, thank you for the subscription. These best of one drafts, you click them, they start. You click them, they start. You click them, they start. There's not that many good people on Arena. Like then you watch me play in Mythic, I select to get a match, it takes 2 minutes. It takes 2 seconds to draft with 8 people, but 2 minutes to find someone. That just shows you the draft tables are littered with beginners. Now, everybody that's in Mythic gets to draft that table, you know, so it's even, but no one's ever going to really have a tough time in the draft. Which makes Magic Online just way tougher, because if you mess up in the draft, if you misread a signal or whatever, you're actually going to get punished for it. I mean, if they got that, they got it, I guess. They have Meneldor. I completely disagree with Ironforge that you get stronger opponents on average at Mythic. I've told him that a million times. They seem stronger because it's best of one. They've had an easy draft and a hand smoother. Like this set a lot, yeah. Just best of one is not a good way to test your skill. Especially if you want to play in the Arena Open. It's just not. So I'm probably less prepared than ever for an Arena Open. What the hell is the Arena? Well, this is Magic Arena. What do you mean? Maybe a third ambush here? It's just the big tournament they have on Arena all the time. It's on the front fucking page. It's open to everyone. You pay to enter it, and then you win money if you win. Did he had like no removal. You like the bat, you're saying? He had like no removal. That's kind of why I wanted these. You said all big creatures, no removal, I thought. I certainly feel different. You're going to win less. Your win percent is going to be less on Mythic than MTGO. You have a higher win, but I still think it's harder. If that doesn't make sense, I could try to explain it more, but I don't think you just go by a win rate there. You're winning less because it's best of one. You just have to lose some of the time, and nobody has a real tough draft. Everybody in Mythic has enough of a clue that they're not making huge mistakes in the draft. You can make a small mistake in a draft full of good people, and it can fuck you. I mean, you take these Mythic people that are like, you know, 58% Mythic win rate, you know what I mean? And like, that's like a decent player or whatever. You know, somebody best of one, 58% Mythic, right? Like, that's nothing to like laugh at them about or anything. You take that guy and put him in a tough draft and like have him sideboarding and like making all these decisions. It's not going to be pretty for that kind of guy. He doesn't have to make as hard a decision. Like nothing on Arena. It's just so much easier for that type of player. Because I'm too busy talking. My deck's too strong. I didn't see it. I don't think it's as easy as that. I mean, playing in Mythic, you're definitely going to lose more than playing leagues on Magic Online. I just don't think that's the right way to judge if it's harder. Was this a food? Be surprised. You have to actually draft your sideboard cards, figure all that out. It's not even the sideboarding, it's playing the second game with known information. It makes a huge difference. I can assure you. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is another way to look at it. Best of one, your win rate, like a top win rate you can achieve, is way lower than it is at best of three. Like you can achieve a much higher win rate at best of three. There's more skill to it. It makes them easier for the good player. The better player gains more from that. If you're a worse player, that hurts you. So if you're better than all your opponents, it will make the games easier for you. I agree with that. It's not making them, it's making them way, it's going to make me take that guy that beats me 58% of the time, or the 58% win rate guy, and I'm a 65 or whatever, 68. So maybe I'm supposed to beat him like, I don't know, 60%, 55, I don't know. If I play him in best of three, a 58% mythic, I'm going to beat the fuck out of him. He's going to beat me like 25% of the time. It's not going to be pretty. But on Arena, he's got a pretty good chance to beat me in a best of one. It's just how it is. He'd probably have a decent chance to beat me on an Arena best of three, because the players you're drafting with on an Arena best of three still aren't that fucking good. But if you take that guy and put him in a draft table where everyone's at least as good as he is, he's going to get fucking destroyed by me. It's going to be a fucking bloodbath. He can block my bearer. I don't care. Taking his cards. I'll make a new ring bearer. No. Doesn't work that way. Yeah. You keep thinking that you'd do better if you played with better players. Well, the thing about poker is sometimes the highest stakes game in the room is easier than the middle stakes. But yeah, that stuff's stupid. But sometimes the higher stakes will have the worst players. So, I mean, it's not exactly the best comparison, but trust me, I thought the same thing as you. That it is similar, but not really only because of that. It's gonna just draw cards, but I'll play a troll, I guess. What do you mean? Golem sorcery. But I should have sacked the guy I stole earlier. Tricked me. Why didn't I get it back? This son of a bitch is playing for keeps over here. Got the Shiloh spider and everything. If I don't be careful, I might manage to lose. $16 cards in my library. Doesn't trade with the one? I could have got Golem back. I probably should have got Golem back. Oh, Gandalf's the bearer. This guy's playing me tough, man. Playing me tough. Gets a food. I have a feeling that they just, I mean, they kind of think they know if they rank it that, like, the best players are just always going to hold rank 1, 2, 3, 4. Essentially, draft is just too skill intensive. I think they don't want just the same people to always be at the top. I could have made Troll the Ring Bearer, yeah. I could have done a bunch of different things. You must mean Prince. No, I don't think I agree with that. I like the rares a lot of the times. Planeswalkers just, I mean, they're not very important. Unless you talk about like Cube or something. Yeah, he plays quite a bit. He doesn't stream. I think he uploads to his YouTube quite a bit. Most sets I get in a call with, he wasn't there in this for this set, but most sets he's in a call with, we do a call before the open with a bunch of us. He wasn't there this time, but he was there the last couple. I think I'm just gonna kill that thing, that Elrond. That's essentially what I was saying, I think. I mean, like, this set, there are some, and you're not going to always have one to come back theirs. But at the same time, I think they don't come up that much. Like the Bowmasters, the Horn, you know, there's a few others. That equipment. I'm not even going to count anything like, is Anduril green, white? Like, I'm not even going to count those. Because the deck that goes in still doesn't win very much. It does beat you when they draw it, I guess, but... Blue-white 3/3 guy, I could say. What's the blue-white 1 guy? There's a blue-white 3/3 that's awesome. Farmer or something.
Spencer J. Russo cheered. X1000.
Spencer J. Russo, thank you for the cheer. Even then, though, blue-white is kind of weak. But I would rather have that guy than the green-white one with a higher win rate, just because the green-white deck it goes in is usually miserable. Like, I had that green-white lifelink indestructible thing. I won every game I played it, and I never drafted again. Because I lost every game I didn't draw it. Yeah, that I've never played with that guy. That guy's awesome. He's on the list too. But he's mythic. I've never even opened it. I've played against it maybe twice. I mean, that could be a bit lucky, or, you know, I just don't think the cards come up all that often, though. I disagree with that Sauron. I've had it numerous times, and I played against it. It is if you don't have anything going on. I think it's beatable. I think it's worse than good commons, even, Sauron. Yeah, the 5/3 dies to the red instant, but, like, that's, like, the only thing. The 5/3 I'm still gonna say is unreal. Yeah. It messes up that Orcs card sometimes, too. It does some stuff. We're just throwing away the Lookout, huh? Oh, no, we're not. We're putting a counter on it. I might lose this game. I've been kind of just passively playing him. He's got the perfect ball. I shouldn't have put it on this guy. I disagree with that take, but I think you could have had experiences with the cards where that's a very reasonable take. I had that Palantir in a blue-black deck, and half the time I drew it, I couldn't cast it because it would just deck. Also, one time in that deck, I played it on turn 3, and the opponent just scooped. So, I mean, it's pretty stupid. And I do think, though, you can't put it in just every deck, or at least it's not great in every deck. I mean, the Horn's a little bit the same, I guess. I've liked the Horn, but I've had a real hard time beating the Palantir on turn 3. Essentially never done it. For the Horn, I guess if on turn 3, the Palantir is definitely better. I don't think it's a crazy take to have. I've had my experiences have been slightly different, but I've been very overwhelmed or something by both. I don't fucking. I'm gonna die to this goddamn 4/2. All right, thought I was gonna have to go looking for one of those. Or I guess it's only a 3 now. Oh, it gets to be 4, and then you put a count. Yeah, it would have been 5. It would have killed me. Let's get rid of that. Now let's put the ring on to. Actually, the Nazgul or the Gothmon looks good. If I make 2 rallies and attack, he can jump here. I mean, are you winning these games, or you just let them? They're scrying bad cards to the bottom. I don't think that. I mean, that's not a bad. They start bottoming. I mean, they're just putting their lands on the bottom. Are you winning the games? You just let them draw 2 every turn. Like, I mean, some you have to let them start drawing fairly early. I find, but I don't find that I win those games. If I get Golem back, play it, sack it, change my ring bearer. Oh, he does have a Limbus. This probably won't be lethal. I need a 5/5/4. I guess he would die if I March made a 5/5 if he had nothing. No, because of the Limbus. I mean, he'd be in bad shape. I'm trying to win if he has a little something, too, or be in good shape. I don't know. If he has nothing, I'm going to win no matter what happens if I don't disconnect. The ring gets him coming and going. Tempted. Basically just need to fend off early whatever. Still think maybe 2 of these is enough. Pretty good here, though. Close, very close to just as a land, which is the opposite of what I was doing early on. I think you should basically just treat them as a land. If you have them in your opening hand and you can't cycle them, your hand is usually garbage. I might be able to do my golem thing this game if I remember how my cards work. It's possible. I also guess I have nasty. Another one? Son of a bitch. This ain't good. I mean, I can block just so that I can steal his 2/2 and sack. I really don't think that's good enough, though. Yeah, if I steal his guy, I can then sack it to get Golem. But now I probably just have to do it with the nasty end, I think. Wow. He made it a 3 power. Then he attacked with it. I can't steal it now because it's 3 power. He can block. That might change my mind, actually, where I do just Golem instead of nasty end. Guess I shouldn't really even attack with it. He should probably block. A third Arwen? You... I guess it's better than jumping the tree. Usually they wouldn't need the fourth. I played 4 once. Yeah, I feel fine about this. Just kind of gotta weather the storm. 3 to the top, I feel a little less fine. Should have. That was terrible. Oops. Boo boo. Not a lot. No, it's good though. I've had it once or twice. I ultimated it with the flying +1/+3 and killed a guy the other day. I might have done it twice even. Not really. I mean, I didn't have anything I wanted to discard. If this dies, token sucks. This already trades anyway. I don't know. You're probably going to win the game no matter which one you do. But this seems slightly better to me. Sure, I don't know. This seems slightly better to me. Don't know what that one does. You scry if if counter of kills is tapped. Okay. It grows if something on mine dies. I guess they have a food. They're probably not just dead. I don't think I'm gonna lose if I send everything. What if they block this with one of their blocks? They'll be taking 3, 4, 7, 8, 12. Yeah, that's not enough. They'll pull this back. All their shit's dying. knew they weren't going to crack their food, maybe I could have killed them. I was supposed to put it on this one and sack this one. Never heard it, I don't think. I'm not big into music. I mean, if I heard it, I don't even know. I might have heard it if it's popular. I mean, it can. If it's new, I definitely wouldn't have heard of it. But I'm assuming it's older. I mean, I've heard of Deftones. Don't know, like. Yeah, I mean, I've probably heard a lot of the songs. I just don't. I couldn't tell you they were on that album. White Pony doesn't ring a bell to me. I don't know. I kind of like Golem better. The call has just not impressed me that much. Stats are really good. I mean, I think it's good. It's kind of awkward when I play it, though. I'm just gonna jam it out there this game, I guess. This could be bad. Wasn't expecting that fast of a start. Could do two things. It seems like I should just kill this guy, though. I don't know. Try to win a longer game. I don't need to do it now. Maybe next turn. They have like Fear Fire foes that probably beat me. Maybe game 2 they boarded in. That card right there may have been wrong to take. I don't know. Oh shit, I didn't mean to hit take action there. I swear I didn't. Son of a bitch. I swear to you, that wasn't. Did not want that card. Want to win this. Focus a little bit. Stop just clicking buttons. fucking... Oh shit, I forgot about that. Wild olive. I don't know what you're saying. I do a lot of hooting and hollering. My wife says I do a whole lot of it. Kind of awkward. Their deck is very fast. Now, this lines up, I think, but it's slow. So that I can really play two of them. This fucking Call of the Ring seems bad in this matchup to me, in fact, almost. On the draw, especially. Seems like I'm just gonna fucking die. I'm cutting it. I'll put it back on the play. What did they have that Black Breath killed? They had a couple of 1/1s. One of them that dies and tempts them. One of them that dies and I guess wouldn't do much, but it doesn't seem very good. It's not, you never, even if they have Horn of Gondor, like you don't board in Disenchant to kill it. You need to have like lots of targets for these things. Just because they have a couple of things that it'll kill doesn't make it good. Like if for some reason I main decked it, I would take it out against this guy if I could. If I see a couple Rally of the Hornbergs and consider it, but I haven't seen much. I mean, that's an extreme example. I usually don't board in one answer for one card, even if it's like the best card. But I mean, it's just more of an analogy than like never do it. I tend to not. If I'm boarding in a sideboard card that's like a reactive answer, I want to like, you know, if it kills a flyer, I want them to have a lot of flyers, not just one, not just two, like a lot. Should have boarded another fucking land, I guess. If I'm already ring tempted, I'm already gonna win, probably. I don't know, really. That thing hits fucking like a truck, huh? I was willing to play the Black March if he didn't do much, but I have to probably play the Ukahai. I would really like to draw a land for the Orcs. Never mind, the Orcs don't do shit anymore. Well, I don't know that the call... When would I cast it? I don't know that the call would have been that great. I mean, it'd have to be better than a War Beast, I guess, but like... I don't know if it's by a lot. Well, I think the Flyers are going to get me now. At least it was a club. We have that thing too. Well, my creature had Death Touch. You probably didn't realize that. So their 7/7 would have just died. I like it on the play. I'm not just changing because of what happened or whatever. Essentially, instead of dealing 4 to my face, they made a 7/7 creature and killed my 3/3. They gave all my shit Death Touch. So, I mean, I don't think I can cycle the troll here, but it's pretty bad to have in your opening hand. That's why I like to count these as a land. And this deck only has 1, so it doesn't screw you as often. It can still be kind of rough. When you get them in your opening hand and you don't want to cycle them. The Hookah Haka. I saw one thing on a clip. I saw it yesterday and today, but I don't know how many. Somebody said there were more of them, but I only really saw one. And clearly, if you don't know who it is, you're not gonna know if somebody like how do you even answer that question? That goes without saying, Captain. If you don't know who it is, that you don't. I mean, it's just weird. Nothing, man. Down to my loins. Brutal. I can ambush it and then on their upkeep club it. I think I'm gonna do that. It's ridiculous, but I mean, I'm gonna guess they've got a way to deal with this troll, but on the off chance they don't, I like doing that. In case they were just gonna try to like play 4 Ray of Works. Now 4 Ray of Works will kill the troll. Tried to give myself a chance to beat like one way they would have played 8. Yeah, I'll do that. They did have the 4A. I'm giving myself a chance. I'm still gonna lose, I think. Did try to engineer a situation where I could beat them if they were trying to 4A my troll just by killing their threat. I mean, they had the world, so it's kind of irrelevant, but I like my play. I'm proud of it. Imagine you want to shock my 2/2. Maybe you don't, actually. I could see not. No, that'll do it. Why would he concede to me? Is this a viewer or something that's trying to be nice? I mean, I lost this match. What the fuck is that? No, that doesn't feel right. I don't want to take that one. I